Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie. I live in Utah, Zone 6/7, and today we're out in my backyard and I wanted to do another plant of the week. And this year I am trying to focus on herbs. I grow 30 to 35 different varieties of herbs in my backyard, and I wanted to showcase at least one a week so that you can know what will grow well in your yard. So like I said, we live in Utah, Zone 6/7, and I say 6/7 because I have seen quite a few, in the last 15 years that I've lived here, seen quite a few Zone 6 winters. I've seen a Zone 5 winter where it got -10. And the last 7 years or so has been a Zone 7. And we are actually classified as a Zone 7 now in the new hardiness zone map. So let's show you what tarragon looks like and talk to you a little bit about how you can grow it and what it looks like and what the uses are for it. Now this area is my food forest. My actual soil looks like this. This is my native soil. It's mainly just rock with a little bit of clay in it. So for this area of my food forest, I did actually bring in some topsoil. So I brought in the topsoil so that we can grow a few different annuals in here and a few different herbs. We've got some thyme here and we've got some tarragon. Now the tarragon is next to my lawn, but I do have my lawn sprinkler set so it doesn't get hit too often. Like I said, the ground is pretty rocky. This area right through here has less topsoil than the other areas do. And it's doing really well. This is a 4-year-old plant. I did have it planted up in my garden beds. You know, I have raised beds just like this one up on the top of my hill. It didn't do as well there as it has been doing here. When I transplanted it down here, it started doing really well. Now this is French tarragon, and it is actually hardy from zones 5 through 9. Like I said, we're zone 6/7, so it is plenty hardy for here. Now tarragon is happiest if it gets good drainage, a bit of moisture, but not too much moisture. It doesn't like to sit in wet soil, which is good. This soil right here is attached to my garden bed and it gets watered 2 to 3 times a week. And it seems to be really happy with that amount of water. It can also be more drought tolerant from what I've heard, but I haven't grown it anywhere where I've tested the drought tolerance yet. Now you can propagate it from cuttings. They say it's easy to propagate it by division or by cuttings. French tarragon is less likely grown by seed, but it sounds like you can do that with a little bit of effort. Now I've never done it before, so I'm not going to go into that process. Now my tarragon to this point has never flowered. I thought maybe I was seeing some flower buds now, but it looks like those are just more leaf buds. It grows about, this one that I have here grows about 2 feet tall and wide, and then it dies completely back in the winter. So let's talk a little bit more about the taste and the uses of it. So this is what the leaf looks like. The veins are really interesting in it, but this is what the tarragon leaf looks like. And this is what the stalk looks like, so you can see all the new growth and how it comes off of it. Now tarragon definitely has an anise or a licorice flavor to it. The last plant of the week that I did was chervil, and chervil has an anise flavor, but it's really mild and has a grassy overtone and lacks the sweetness. This has a very strong licorice flavor, and it has a sweetness to it and a little bit of spiciness. It's actually really good on chicken. It's really good in egg dishes, and the French use it in their cooking a lot. There's a lot of nutrients in it, and it does have some health benefits, but as I said in my chervil video, I'm not going to go over medicinal uses. I'm not going to go over health benefits because I'm not a nutritionalist, I'm not a doctor, and I don't want to give out false information. But you can look it up and talk to people who actually know what they're talking about herbs and see how it can benefit you. But they are a great plant to have in the landscape. They're very easy to grow. They're delicious in cooking and a lot of fun to have. So I suggest if you haven't tried growing tarragon that you should definitely do it because it's something that you can have success with. Now I've never tried growing tarragon in pots, but I'll bet it's really, really easy to grow in pots too, as long as it doesn't hold too much water and you don't let them get too dry. Just watch the watering on them. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.